Hello and welcome, straight people. Welcome to the straightest stream you've ever seen. On my left, I have Straight McGee Azure, who is very so straight he's wearing a full suit of armor so that women cannot perceive him or anybody.
Yes, IRL rage quit right now, being so normal and thinking normal things about men.
Yes. So valid.
I am so cis passing and straight-ish.
I mean, knowing how you key smash about drawing big, strong women, Pizza, I mean, sure.
I like the dice roller still has, like, entries of the dice rolls from, like, what was that, a week ago?
Yes. Alright. Welcome to Thirsty Sword Straits. I'm your host, Cat and Bows. You can find me at Cat and Bows or Cat and Bows VT on Twitter. Mitha, who the hell are you?
I'm a cat. I'm a cat girl on the internet.
Do you dance?
No, I don't. I build factories mostly.
Oh.
I play video games and TTRPGs at Mitha VT on Twitch and YouTube, and like I blue sky sometimes. Also, I like to knock things off shells and eat fish, and like have like very gay characters.
Do you like to go meow? Wow. What noises do raccoons make?
The sound of chittering and several bags of chips opening inside of a suit of armor.
Also, and like rushing water as they hurriedly plunge their sugar cubes in the water.
And get very sad when the sugar cube disappears. Sounds like something a straight person would say. I sure do love the view from Hooters. I miss my ex-wife, but my aim is getting better.
Oh. Gosh, I still love that stupid joke.
Alright, lovely. So, we are kind of doing we have some very dearly beloved Thirsty Swords lesbian characters. So, we're going to take them and put them in a new setting. That's kind of what today's themes is. And we also are going to throw out some new NPCs to kind of give, because there's only 2 players, or 2 PCs, that we're going to give each PC 2 PCs to kind of help flesh out the story a little bit. And,
we are short of silver this week, sorry.
Yeah. So, to kind of catch you all up, because we're all kind of know what's going on in our head, we're going to do this world building worksheet to kind of talk about what our thoughts are and just kind of reestablish the ideas of what we want to do. So, what is our genre? Pirateering, I believe, is our genre.
Fantasy?
Ooh, that's good. / fan C. Mitha, do you have any suggestions? Mitha, can you hear us? Do you hear Mitha? I do not hear Mitha.
I do not hear Mitha.
You cannot.
Discord derogatory.
Maybe. Yes. Oh, okay, goodbye. Anyway. What tone are we aiming for? I really like cathartic here. There's gonna be a little bit of angst, I think.
Romantic tension pirates.
Yes. Um... As I misheard Mitha as Ethan, and I was like, that thoughty is from Resident Evil 7 and 8? Perhaps. Whole computer turned off. Be right back. Okay.
Oh boy.
I
Technology derogatory.
don't know. Tell us a bit about Gwen, Adler. Your
Oh
character
boy.
today.
Let's see. In this AU, Gwen felt like she could not live up to the standards of her incredible mother, who was a retired adventurer. And she ran away from home to try and prove herself, even though she didn't need to. And she somehow ended up on a pirate crew.
Adopted into a pirate crew.
She was adopted into a pirate crew, yes.
Yes. We're doing very found family vibes. Essentially, so we had this is from another game, but there is a dragon named Esme, and her horde is adopting disenfranchised kids. And hello, Mitha.
Sorry, my whole system shut down.
Yes, her thing is adopting kids and bringing them into safe spaces, and now she's also a pirate, running a pirate ship and having all of her kids run this pirate ship with her.
Question: are we in modern era or like medieval era?
Medieval-ish. I think, like fantasy, kind of fantasy, typical pirate age setting.
And the other thing was
fantasies.
People kept hunting dragons. People liked to hunt and kill dragons, and so it was always this thing of irony that she would adopt the kids that society rejected, even though society rejects Esme's existence.
Yes.
So,
Are you coming on back to the...
I'm working on it. Stuff loads slowly.
Pizza Mafia had a question. Are you the thoughty from Resident Evil 7 and 8?
Am I? I haven't even played those games. I don't even know what that is.
Apparently, misheard me say your name is Ethan for some odd reason. And that's a character.
No, I am not Ethan. I am not Ethan.
Yeah. You want to tell our audience a little bit about Bula?
Give me a minute. I'm trying to restore all my connections. Please go to somebody else until I can get back working.
Awesome. So for genre and tone, we have pirate, pirateering, fantasy. Tone we're aiming for, I put cathartic, angst, and romantic tension pirates.
Hell yeah.
What elements of this genre and tone do you want to see in the story? What do you not want to see? I want to see gay people kissing.
Yes.
Tension between enemies.
Tension between enemies. tearing down of power structures.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add here, Mitha?
Queer emotions.
Queer emotions. That's very
Queer trauma. Queer trauma.
All right. The PCs live in a community that sharing positive feminist values, even if it's not perfect. What is the scale of this community? Is a pirate ship?
Yay!
What is especially positive about this community?
Found family.
I think found family is clearly the found family.
Bloop. Okay.
Welcome back, gorgeous.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
You just size down a tiny bit.
That was the size she was at before. Hang on. Bloop.
Yes, that seems good.
Okay.
All right. What NPCs epitomizes this virtue? It says me.
Yes.
What do they want from the PCs? To love and accept them.
Part of the thing with Esme was that she's the last of her kind. She's the last gem dragon. She can't have more kids, and part of her has always felt like she wanted to actually have kids, but she wasn't able to because of all of the racism and the hunting against gem dragons. And so that's part of where her whole fixation about hoarding unwanted kids came from.
Yeah, I like how to love and accept them and help her find a way to continue the dragon's legacy, the lineage of dragons.
Yes.
What is a serious flaw in your community? There's complacent,
Lack
ignorant,
of numbers.
combatant. Yeah, I like lack of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of numbers. Resources stretched thin. What NPC epitomizes this flaw? What do they want from the NPCs? Why are resources stretched thin? Why is there a lack of numbers? And what NPC epitomizes this flaw inside of the community?
I mean, all of that seems to be Esme to me.
Is it Esme again? Yeah. Alright. Define the pirate ship. That's the location. The two toxic powers are the Church of Lataclavius.
Mm-hmm. They're basically a Christianity analog.
Yeah.
Catholicism.
And toxic power 2 is the Empire of the government of, well, your character. What is the government of?
Well, my character or Azur's? Yeah. I mean, my character's largely under the yoke of the Lataclavius. However, if we want to assign a name to the political nation,
yeah,
let's make something up. I'm bad with names.
Something Roman, because that's the vibe.
I'm currently doing a Google search. Fantasy name generator.
Not sponsored.
From the outside, they threaten from the outside. Both of these. What do they want? Tear down your achievements. What does the Church of Vladiclavius want?
The nation. Altinum. This is just something picked at random.
I'm gonna spell that wrong.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. What does the church want?
The church wants everyone to follow its rules to essentially have like control. I would say, if anything, it's control. To dictate the lives of the people that it represents and wants everyone to follow its rules.
What do the king and queen want? And how is it different than the church, I guess, is...
Well, they control the church. They are the church.
Okay, then what's the second tax of power? Outside of...
Altinum, the political... I think they also want their level of control, and the two do, to some degree, work together, but it's like one is a political entity and one is a religious entity. The Lataclaviuses are very focused on the worship of this Lataclavius figure, who...
Well, we were talking about how there's the nation that you're getting married off to. This could be them.
Ah! Do we have a name for them?
Other than asshole.
The Altinum. That's their name now.
Oh, okay. There we go. What do they want?
I think they want... conformity and domination.
And money. Although, to some degree, same difference.
Yeah.
The whole money is power thing.
Why is the church so dangerous?
Because its followers are fanatical.
Yeah.
Why is the nation dangerous?
Military resources, probably.
Also, like, patriotic devotion.
What's appealing about them?
The church or the military?
Let's start with the church.
I think maybe, like, people, like the sense of camaraderie, community, shared values.
They are a place of community in a place with none.
Also, I think on the political side, there's a certain amount of protection and trade routes. They have an actual military.
Yeah, I think that's the nation. That's the nation. Is protection.
Yeah, that's the nation. You're asking me what appeals about religion, and I'm not going to be able to give you an answer on that. This is a problem in my entire life.
The High Church.
If I knew the answer to that.
I don't know the term for it, but I'm guessing the appeal of the church is like very us versus them. And it's like, this is the source of your problems, wink, wink.
Yeah, point to some other group, the gays or the outsiders. They're the ones taking all of your money, runs out the back door with all the tax revenue.
It's their fault. The insert name of group here.
Yeah.
What is the name of your character's father? Gwen? Or, Ula?
Me or
Lucia?
Lucia Laticlavius's father is named Magnus Laticlavius.
And sent me the other one recently.
Is Cecilia Laticlavius is the queen.
What was the new king that you're being married off, Bill?
Yes, I did send you that. 1 second. We had a huge talk last night about really gay but secret project stuff. So I have to scroll through all of that. Durante McLean.
Yes.
Prince McLean of Altinum. Prince McLean. The princess is being married off to him.
I love how it just accidentally make it gay. Don't know how not to.
Oh, it was already gay to begin with.
Yeah. All right. I hope that gives everybody a vague idea of how the rule structure works. Now, we can go to character sheets. So, we have Gwen. Is the one for Gwen basically done?
Yes, I've finished both of them.
Awesome. Have you finished both of yours? Mitha?
Lucia Laticlavius's is done. I don't know if I got an empty sheet for the other character.
You have one now.
Okay, I need to work on that. Sorry about this. I have been in the middle of a panicked reboot.
Understandable.
So give me a few minutes on that one.
Well, let's talk our audience here through character creation. What playbook are you thinking about?
Oh, for the secondary character that I'm going to be playing?
Yes.
Oh, she's a beast.
Beast. All right.
She's going to be she, her. Starting stats. Either daring, heart, -1 wit, or daring grace, -1 heart. I think I'm going to go with daring grace, -1 heart. Daring, grace, and heart is at -1. There we go.
Ooh, also this will be good reading. Do you want to read the core
I do not have artwork for her, unfortunately.
of each of your playbooks? Do you want to start?
Oh! Who do you want to start with?
Well, let's start with the one you're making right now.
Okay. So, the Beast, the core concept is, if she gets angry enough, she turns into a beast. She's essentially sort of a Hulk archetype, except she's also like pretty kitty, or whatever like you wish to fill in there. Let's see. I get to take one thing as a starting move, I believe. Yes. Start with the move marked and choose 2 more. Okay, so I'm gonna pick Big Dyke Energy.
We love Big Dyke
That's
Energy
such a
on
good
this
move.
channel.
When you make it clear to your foes that you're the biggest threat, then for the rest of the scene, whenever you roll a 10 plus, you may choose someone present to be impressed or intrigued with you. Once during a scene, you get a string on somebody and gain an additional string on somebody else that considers you an enemy. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
And the other one you want to pick?
I think we'll go with ferocious. When you fight, you may mark a condition and to choose an additional option, even on a 6 minus.
Nice.
For some reason, I have 2 feral tracks. I'm not sure why that is. But the feral track should start at 1. So the whole thing about the beast is she has a feral track, and when certain things happen, they make her angrier, and if she hits a certain limit, she just hulks out. And like, people need to try and talk her down in order to get her to not be the Hulk.
Yes.
Hulk smash.
Well, I think it's redundant at this point.
All right.
Smash.
You know, not copyrighted.
Azure, do you want to give us a brief overview of one of your characters?
I guess I'll start with Gwen.
Yeah, like the mechanical stuff. Because that's kind of what we're looking at right now.
Gwen's playbook is the trickster, and her mechanic is feelings. She likes to repress and deny her feelings until she can no longer bottle them up.
Amazing.
They increase every time someone gains a string on her, every time she gets a condition, or whenever she finds herself gasping or swooning over someone.
Lovely.
If the track reaches 4, she essentially snaps and cannot hide her emotions anymore. And everyone who sees her little meltdown gets a string on her, and she gets a string on them.
Yes.
And she will deal with the consequences later.
Let's go with Lucia next.
Lucia is a seeker. Her heart is bound by tradition and the ancient practices of her people. She's a princess. She has obligations that she needs to fulfill, and those things are all bound up in traditions. She has a tradition track. DM, what makes the tradition track go up?
Traditions. You gain a point of tradition when you make a personal sacrifice to act in accordance with your commandments to a maximum of 4. When you reach when you're at 4 tradition, you incur a condition each time you act contrary to commandments. Spend tradition at any time to temper your wrath, to temper the wrath of the authority, or take +1 forward to follow your commandments, or call on a toxic power. Would you like to read your commandments out for the audience?
All right. The commandments for Lucia Lataclavius are homophobia and misogyny, dragons are bad and must die, worship your parents as gods, transphobia, and women are cattle.
Lovely.
We got a lot to unpack there.
All right.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack there.
I have a slight correction for the lore of what's going to start the set. So essentially, actually, let's go through the last character here. Well, Azure, what is your your second character?
My second character is Evan Redheart.
What class is he?
He is a tiefling lad. Got kicked out by his parents during his tiefling puberty because they thought he was some kind of demon.
What class?
You know, like quote unquote rational parents. and he was eventually picked up and adopted by Esme.
You have not actually answered the DM's question. What is their class?
Evan is a nature witch.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Precious little baby
Big.
with a tragic backstory. So,
Absolutely.
I think we're going to essentially I think you are slightly separate nation, but the Church is a small but somewhat powerful in the region nation. The Lataclavius nation, the Church of Lataclavius, is a small but central nation to this like series of archipelagos. Let's say doesn't control a lot of land, but each of the surrounding kingdoms to curry favor will often take your women as princesses to kind of serve royalty to the religious figures of the time. And that is what is currently happening. So you're called to your father's chamber in the High Church. Lucia, what is your character wearing? What is Lucia wearing?
She is wearing probably something that is almost adjacent to a nun's frock. It's like hair is not visible. Any like indication that she's anything but a nun and would probably be hidden. And I think she's carrying a small bouquet of flowers just because that's the expectation.
So you kneel before your father. Where did fucking... I already forgot that. Magnus. You kneel before your father, Magnus.
That tags a commandment.
Yes. Or well, yeah, you present before your father.
Right.
And, I'm assuming you kneel.
2 of them. Well, you said it. I'm keeping it.
Alright. And, he... Okay. He somewhat caresses your cheek and walks up to you and is like, I have good news today, daughter.
Good news?
Yes. We have found you a suitable husband.
You can see her complete and total disinterest on her face, but she's trying her best to hide it.
This is gonna be a roll.
Okay. I'm trying to give you excuses for rolls here.
Oh, you also get one more move, I think.
Oh. Did I only take one?
Because you took people are people.
That's the default. You start with that and pick 2 more.
Let me look at the...
Yeah, pick one and... No, I didn't take the 2 more. Okay. Stiff upper lip. And silly tourist. Done. I already knew which ones I wanted. It's just I hadn't checked them off.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. Dad was like, we are marrying you off. Aren't you happy? And she's like, sure. Look at my happy face. Isn't this the best happy face? It's the bestest happy face. And you were
I
like,
believe-
you're gonna roll something.
Is this parlaying with a toxic power?
Yes.
All right, let's roll parlay. Let's roll plus spirit.
All right. First roll of this. It is
Reaction to a
Lucia.
president you didn't want. Yes, exactly. Beats him off. Yeah.
Exactly. Parlay with a toxic power. It says not. Oh, yeah, it's just call on a toxic power, isn't it? Okay, so spirit, submit. Wow.
Oh, this is
So-
gonna go bad.
Basically, everything is a 2d6 roll, and you can have certain modifiers that will add or subtract to that. And if it's below a certain threshold, it's a downbeat and something bad's going to happen. But you notice there's one other thing that is said there, and that's like with Monster Hearts, if you roll shit, you mark XP.
Yes.
And I'm going to add +1 to my experience.
Yes.
And now something bad is going to happen, and I'm going to have to react to it.
I mean, I don't know what else happens if he smacks you across the face.
I think she sort of tumbles to the back wall.
Mark insecure.
Okay.
Me crying out of character.
And I mean,
look at me when you address me, daughter.
the other day you told me not to look at you.
And your tone. Fix it. Your husband won't be as nice as me.
She says nothing.
Anyway. You will be packing up tonight and leaving in the morning. Say your goodbyes and be ready to leave. You're dismissed.
She leaves.
Do you have anyone you want to say goodbye to?
Well, I guess that's the question. It's like, does she have anybody in her life that is actually someone she would consider a friend? Because...
There's I think the librarian.
Okay. She will go and, like, see the librarian.
Gay, homosexual, gay.
Potentially.
The librarian is a, we're already 10 minutes in and I already have an NPC that I want to strangle with my own hands. Yeah. That's the point.
That's the point. You are not meant to like this, the Lataclavius, king and queen.
And I think, my brain is... This is the problem with we're starting from somewhere where I have to, like, say the right things. I know your name. Why is it not in my head?
How can I help?
I'm pulling.
Do you need the librarian's name?
Yeah.
Clairvonis.
Clairvonis, yes. And that's...
I am an endless database of useful but useless tidbits. Just ask me for the name. Of course, this is like 10 minutes ago when I always said I was bad at names. Yes, Clairvonis, the librarian.
No, it's Quicks.
Oh, okay.
Because Clairvonis is a secret, is their actual name that will come up later.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you visit Quicks, and she's an alligator woman.
And Lucia's an orc woman.
Yes. And I think she's like, don't like that look on your face, dear. What? Is that a bruise? Here, come here.
She sort of covers her face with her hands a little. It's just like, yes. But she comes over to Kix anyway.
She comes over to you and dabs it like with some like alcohol. It stings, but it makes it feel better. At least slightly. You still have the insecurity stuck inside you.
Does she ask who hit her?
She knows. Doesn't need to ask.
Very good, very good.
Or at least is fairly certain. Sadly, I think bruises on you are somewhat common.
And it's probably usually always from Magnus.
Yeah. But, enough about that. But did you need something to read, dear?
You're being sent away. I'm being married off to a prince across the sea.
Oh.
I don't even know him.
Sadly, that's how it is sometimes. At least here. Not where I'm from.
Where are you from?
A land far away from here. But that is no matter to you.
I'm being sent out in the morning.
Is there anything I can send with you? Something to comfort you? Perhaps?
Could not and would not say no. You've been nothing but kind to me. But at this point, I do not know that there is any comfort to be had.
Well, perhaps some escape, then.
That would be lovely.
I'll have a few books brought to your chamber. I think you'll like.
Thank you.
And hold on to it, okay? There's a possibility things will get better. Even if it doesn't look like it right now. Okay?
I think she just nods. She's not really sure what to make of that. Also, is there a role there? Because that seems like an emotional support.
From Quicks?
From Kix. Yeah, from Quicks.
So, yes, but it's an NPC, so that's not how that works.
Okay.
So, now, we jump to the bow? What's the deck?
The deck, it just is the main flat surface of the boat. The bow is the front.
Some part of the boat where there is a place to stand.
Yes, we jump to the deck of a pirate ship, flying a.
There's text that goes across the screen that says "somewhere in the ocean."
Yeah.
Does the ocean have a name, DM? I'm gonna make you come up with a name.
What was that, Asher?
Thirsty
The first sea.
Thirst Sea, yeah. That's at least what it is known to you, but officially it is known something different. Like,
Of course. Oh, the Thirst Sea. That's great.
the Thirst Sea.
That one was at the front of my brain, ready to go.
And we see a large crew, about 20 to 30 people maybe, all of various ages, types of creatures. You see a large Minotaur man pulling on some ropes. What do we see Gwen doing?
Or who do we see Gwen doing?
Got him.
Got him!
I think she is on the deck, like going back and forth, trying to help people with different things, but just mostly, partly doing it to have an excuse to hang around with people and like flirt with them or wink at them,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
but not distracting people too badly.
What is your job on the crew, out of curiosity? Just regular sailor type, I'm assuming? Or...
Oh gosh, I gotta think of.
Or haven't you?
Gotta think of all the roles.
It's okay if you haven't found one yet. Like maybe it's you've been on the boat the least and you haven't found your station. You just kind of help them mop the floors and do various cleanup duties, perhaps.
I want to say she's like a sociable role, like maybe the face of the crew.
All right. Yeah, there's some room for that, definitely.
I just don't know what all the titles and shit roles are.
I mean, I don't know, but just general descriptions of what she does are okay.
Yeah, just general assistant work, and then when they dock, she is very much the talker. A chatterbug, if you will.
Where do we see Hitomi?
Oh, you don't understand. She's in the masts.
Ah, very good.
Like, you could actually just catch her just doing like little flips from like one mast to the next.
Does that mean she's a freak in the sheets?
I don't know. You want to find out?
I mean, just look up. You can see it.
Damn. All right. And where do we see your other character, Azure?
I will say Evan is very likely helping the handsome Minotaur hoist some rope.
Hell yeah. I imagine he helps grow. They have a little botany station on the ship where they help grow herbs and like various like fruit. And
Well, it's food. A lot of it gets eaten. It's like it's part of like. We don't always have to eat hardtack biscuits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a small like sanctuary little farm area that I imagine he helps. Why is the name?
Brist.
Brist, thank you. That Brist, he is the one of the first one of the strong people that helps pull things, but he also runs like probably the kitchen. And
he's a chef.
Yeah, the kitchen and helps grow the food.
Being the chef, that makes him the most powerful member of the crew because the crew runs on its stomach.
Mm-hmm, exactly. And at the head of holding the wheel, we see a bright green dragonborn manning the wheel with a big tricorn hat on and a beautiful golden snout. Or emerald snout, excuse me, not golden. And shouting orders at the crew. I mean, does Gwen look up? See Hitomi flipping through the rafters? Azure?
She's hanging from a rope by the back of her knees.
Yeah, Gwen's into that.
Would you like to roll entice? Hitomi?
Right. Go all the way down to entice. That is hard. Submit the roll. There we go.
Aw.
And she gets an XP. You get an XP, and you get an XP. Everybody gets an XP because we're fucking failing to roll well.
I want to say like Gwen looks up to see her, but like gets the sun in her eyes, so she misses the best of it.
Oh, no. Okay, this is funny. You looking up, and maybe she shouts something down. It's like, hey, cutie, or something. And, like, gets splashed by a big wave as the ship's turning. And now
Oh,
she's
perfect.
soaking wet. And you just start laughing. Trying not to be cruel. What is Atomi's reaction to getting hit by a big wave of water?
Barrel increases by 1.
Yes, amazing.
Damn.
Also, I
Plus
don't know
one
why
barrel
she
from
is-
that. Wet and wild.
I don't know why she has 2 feral tracks, by the way.
She's so feral.
I bet I'm like, yeah.
I imagine we get a very angry, soaking wet kitty face.
Yes. and she's a flaming redhead.
Amazing.
Oh no.
The only thing to keep in mind though is she's not a cat.
Yet.
Just cat-like.
No, not a cat.
Very good.
I did. Gwen will try and like hand her something to dry off with and not say anything.
A little bit of grumbling, but she nods and sort of dries her hair off. It's like, see if I fight with you again.
I love this game so much.
So, I don't know, does Evan Redheart want to try this flirtation, this entice?
Can the tiefling do better?
Ooh.
What does Evan say?
I mean, that depends on the dice.
So they're both pulling a rope, and, you know, Briss is like, yes, just hold it right there, I'm gonna come tack it down. And you're trying to show off to the large Minotaur man. Let's see how that goes.
Oh yes, I think when he says that, the like, I'll come tack it down. He like holds onto the rope and says, "Oh, you will? Well, what about the rope then?"
Roll and entice.
Gay. Checks my abilities. Nope, nothing fitting. Just entice then. No, that's a 5. Damn.
3 death beats in a row.
Everyone's getting washed up this session.
I think, God, probably insecure you take here, for Evan, again, also. Just like, I think it just goes completely over Brist's head, and he's like, that's what pulls out like one of those like wooden tab things that you stick in the ropes. It's like, I'm using this. You hold it down, and then I tie it, and then it's gonna be up. I know you're a bit new on the ship, but it's pretty simple.
Poor boy. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Is something I can explain again?
Yeah, that's
Briss says to Evan.
Evan will do his best not to embarrass himself any further.
I think Brist comes up behind him and like helps him tie the rope, and just like very friendly, and this is not meant to be flirtatious, but large, a muscular pretty boy is behind you, and you're trying not to be very flustered.
Oh, very much.
So yeah, you and he was like, well, probably should go down to the kitchen, get some of those herbs going. Dinner won't cook itself.
Hmm.
You both go down there, and we cut back to it's early morning, and you're getting onto the boat, Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you have lots of suitcases of clothes and various pretty things, or is that
I
not
mentioned she
Lucia's?
has exactly 2 suitcases.
What are in them?
Clothes, I think.
Mhm.
Mostly just clothes. She maybe has a couple of books, like whatever she's managed to actually take with her, but it's like she's not allowed to have a lot of things.
Mhm.
It's like one of the books is a diary that she keeps. She has a pen and ink set.
I imagine you get taken below to the your quarters. It's a nice bed, but nothing. You know, piety is in sacrifice and all that type of shit. Bullshit.
Yes.
You know.
It's hard as nails, probably.
And I think
And actually, probably the door is probably even locked.
definitely. And I imagine we also see a tithing being loaded onto the boat for our new prince to
You know, a sizable sum of like gold and jewels that is going to be like the gift.
yeah for ours. And the ship takes off, and then we cut back to Esme shouting, "We've got we got a nice and fat load in front of us. Cargo ship seems to have two smaller defending frigates. I don't know boat terminology, but battle stations, everyone.
Easy mark.
Yeah, easy mark. Yeah. And you all get to your
It's the
stations.
cause.
Yeah. What does everybody do to help close the gap?
Let me check my abilities.
Hitomi raises the flag.
Tell me,
Because I imagine that's her job.
I like that.
Again, the pirate flag going up.
Yeah, it's emerald green pirate flag.
And I imagine that this particular pirate crew has a reputation of, you don't mess with the green pirate flag,
Yeah.
because it will not go well for you.
All right. Let's have you roll a figure out a person roll here. You're kind of like at the lookout stage, so you can try to identify it, possibly see if there's any weaknesses you can use and stuff like that.
Okay.
Let's have you roll that.
And this is Hitomi?
Hitomi, yes.
Okay. Figure out a person.
It's a figure out a
Yeah.
ship, but same difference.
Yeah.
Mixed
Mixed
feed.
feed.
All right.
Well, at least it's not a 5 again.
Yeah. I think that first roll was almost, was it almost a min roll? Yeah.
All right. What questions does Hitomi have for the ship?
For the ship. Well, considering it's a ship and not a person, most of these do not apply. So, I'm going to just ask you new questions.
All right.
First of all, like, what do I know about this ship, and what can I figure out in terms of, like, will gain an advantage over this particular ship?
All right. I think you see the flag. It's flying the colors of the Church of Vladiclavius. And they are known to carry the, large gold sums. There is lots of priceless artifacts, religious figures, things like that, like various paintings, things like that, that are often found aboard these ships, and they are not a naval power by any means.
It's not a naval power. What do they have in the way of defenses?
Fanatics.
They have two different ships. There are some cannons on it and stuff like that. And various... I imagine there's like some kind of like spellcasting cannons, because that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Cleric cannons, if you will. There are two smaller ships that are a lot more maneuverable, that seem a lot more war savvy. And they are flying the flag of... I looked up the name I gave y'all 2 seconds ago. The nation of Altinium.
All right, Hitomi, who's up in the crow's nest, shouts down to the captain. Three contacts! Frigate! Flying church colors, and 2 smaller destroyers with more guns, more maneuverable. They're probably protecting the bigger one.
Let's pick off one of those first. And, I think they... the question that they figure out is they see the flag flying and they know what y'all are about. That's the question that they ask, kind of. And they start, you hear, man, full at arms! That sort of thing.
Does it look like they're trying to, like, billow sails to, like, try and go faster to outrun them? Or are they slowing down to attack?
I think one of the ships is staying bound to attack. One of the ships is going along with the treasure ship, let's call it. The treasure cruise.
Gotcha.
To defend that, and they're both running away.
Hitomi calls down. 2 runners, 1 turning to fight.
All right. Gwen. What do you do?
Yeah.
What does Gwen's character do?
I think I will try and use devious scheme.
Okay.
When others go along with your cunning plan, roll wit. I want to say Gwen will try and convince a few people to, like, maneuver the cannons and, like, the cannonballs in some way so that we can swing around quicker.
Okay.
And then, like, maybe, like, fire at something vital of the ship that's turning to face us, like a sail, so that we can turn around a lot quicker and go after the other 2.
I mean,
it'd be hard, but you could hit the mainmast.
Yeah, with, like, chain shot.
There you go, yeah. It would be 2 cannons coordinating, but you could do it.
All right, roll that devious scheme. I like that.
Hell yeah.
Essentially what this is a real life thing where you have 2 cannons, each firing a cannonball, but there's a chain running between the 2 cannonballs. You fire both cannons on either side of the mainmast, and the chain, the idea is that it rips through and takes out anything in between the 2 cannonballs on the way. This is a real thing.
Yes.
That is an 8 for a mixed beat.
So, one star in your plan, you may choose one. produce just the right object, describe an unexpected weakness in an obstacle, or appear right behind someone at a crucial moment. So you get to pick those during the upcoming thing. And what is so I think Lucia hears shouting from up aboard.
Is your door still locked?
Do you check it?
Yes.
It is.
Does she have a window?
Yes, but doesn't open.
Well, she will at least try to look out and see what's going on. It's not like she has anything else better to do. I imagine she was like sitting down and reading a book that was entirely about, oh, I don't know, gay romance.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't have anything like that. Now, would she? Math? I don't know. That's boring.
Who says that Quix hasn't smuggled you some gay romance?
Christian romance.
Gay romance novel.
Quix is definitely what you know of her is she's not from here, and you're not entirely sure, but you think she's forced to be here. But
We don't like that.
she's not entirely in chains yet, at least visible chains. So, I think you stare out the window, and repressed Christian gay romance. Yes.
Yes.
We love
yes.
that.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Jane
like
Austen kind of level stuff.
it's very like and they were roommates, you know, like it's nothing explicit. There's no explicit representation because if those books were found, it'd be
praying
like
side by side, and they just start holding hands.
yeah, I think
Jane Austen.
yes, exactly. I think you look out your window and you maybe you have like a what are those looking glass things?
It's called a looking glass, actually.
Yeah, I think you have a looking glass, and you look and make direct eye contact with a large emerald dragonborn.
Oh my.
And I would love if you want to roll figure out a person.
All right.
Unless there's something else you'd like to do in this moment. And you see the pirate colors and stuff, so like I think I think your character starts to understand they're being under attack by pirates.
When you figure out a person, is there some way I can play the fool in this moment? No, not really, because I'm alone, so that doesn't apply. Okay. Let's do figure out a person. Wit. B. Best roll so far in the game so far.
Yes.
Good.
You may
Success.
ask 50
No
questions
negative
an hour later.
consequences. Okay. Is there any way that this situation could be turned so that I don't end up dead at the bottom of the sea, or like walk the plank, or dead to sharks or something? I would like to not die in this situation. How can I not die?
How can I get you not to kill me? Is that the question you're asking?
Yeah.
I think you look, and you get a look of concern, which is not
And she just
something you
looks
expected.
absolutely desperate.
Yeah, and like, I think she sees your look and kind of points. God, what would the heaviest object be in the room?
A bed.
Something that you could use to break a window.
Chamber pot.
Yeah. She points to the window and just goes like this with her elbow, kind of like break the window.
I think Esme sees a chamber pot go through the window near the back.
All right, let's see. We will resolve that fight roll your next turn.
That is going to be a fight roll probably next turn. But to be fair, like she did roll success there, so
Yes, that's why I'm giving. Here's like, there is this connection, and I think. I think you all. This isn't something you hear, but you see. Treasure ship's got a prisoner. Need to rescue him.
I imagine they have like a couple of crew that are like aquatic, either like.
Yeah, like mermaids, fish people.
Or like the water genasi.
Yeah, I like that.
Any of those. In fact, let's say that they have a crew of like 3 of them. They get out into a rowboat, and there's like one of each of those 3 races.
I mean, I think they just dive into the water.
Well, they have to bring the rowboat so that they have some way to get their back if they don't swim.
That's true. I like the idea that one's manning the rowboat, the mermaid and the genasi's like manning the rowboat, and then the fish person and the mermaid dive into the water and start like pushing it like a motor.
Or just pulling it along with a rope, either way.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Now, I have a question. Do they try to get her to jump into the water?
Well, we're not there yet, because y'all are still a good amount of distance away.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hitomi, it is her. Hitomi's already went? She went first, right? Yeah. So it's
she's been doing call-outs from the crow's nest.
It's Evan Redheart's turn.
Yeah.
Oof. I don't have any incredibly fitting moves for the situation, but
I mean, there's wild friends.
ooh. I mean,
Do you entice a whale to fucking flip the ship or something?
oh boy. Shouts at the ocean, doesn't know who will respond.
I love this. Yes.
You speak with animals and plants and they influence them with strings just like any other NPCs. All right, what kind of roll should I make to try and see what kind of animal or fish we get to help us?
There's entice.
Oh boy, and I have insecure.
Aqua woman.
I mean, there's entice. Is there? I mean, is there anything else you'd like to try? It doesn't have to be entice. But it seems like the clearest option.
Yeah, I mean, he's just paying for the low roll from earlier. That's fine.
Yeah. Make sure you click the modifier so it's applying. I believe that's how it works.
Yeah.
All right.
7. Oof. That was close.
All right.
Oof.
You gain a string on them unless they decide to choose one. What do you say?
Oh boy, I don't even know who I'm getting.
Nope.
What do you shout into the water? What does Evan
Tries, just starts screaming for help in Infernal.
in Infernal, you say?
Tries to use a language he doesn't think others will know, so they don't realize he's just screaming at the ocean for help.
What is he screaming? Just like help, help, we need help. something like that.
Yes.
And you get Cthulhu or something.
Like
A giant sea monster.
A distressed caller.
I don't know, Mitha. What infernal? What is an infernal? What infernal fish? Like, best thing I can.
Again, giant sea monster. Like.
That's a little bit too dramatic. This is a success.
I know. That's exactly it.
Would it be like one of those weird looking deep sea just
giant anglerfish?
Oh god, the anglerfish, I forgot about those.
The best thing I could think of is just like an infernal dolphin or something.
I mean, I can't see an infernal dolphin, but it's like anglerfish.
Anglerfish.
Giant anglerfish, like killer orcas or something. No, that's perfect. No, orcas.
Demon orcas. Yeah.
Oh gosh, just being help, we're being attacked by the rich. The orcas have joined the call.
Oh yes, hell yeah. So what happens?
Yes.
Yeah, for the 7 to 9 is oh, you need help. This massive orca like
Joins the call.
jumps out of the water, grabbing you by your shirt, swings at you and pulls you into the water. It's like, I'm here to help, friend. Where do you need me?
No.
You're in the water now.
And it like puts you like it's hugging you in between.
Send it after the bad ships.
Shamu has joined the party. Yep.
Oh boy.
I love it.
It's hugging you and it's like asking you a question. What do you say?
Evan is gonna try to point it towards the big ship that turned to fire at us.
Cool. Do you not ask for it to help you breathe?
Breathing's for chumps.
Oh boy, I forgot the cost of my 7.
Well, okay. We'll get to a defy disaster on your next turn to see how that goes. I believe
Look,
it is now.
I'm getting what I wanted. I'll just have to deal with the consequences next turn.
Exactly. It's Hitomi.
Beautiful.
She's up in the crow's nest. She's been doing call-outs.
Doing call-outs. I think you're approaching the enemy ship that's about to fire on you. You know that they're going after the rowboat because they're not sure what that's up about. Because it's like looks like a boarding party, and so they're trying to. I think there's a couple people trying to shoot it like with individual firearms.
Yeah, you've got some guys with muskets that are firing at it. Maybe like a mage on the deck trying to take it out. It's like,
yeah,
repel borders.
Yeah.
Can she like do a flip or something from the ship and assist the water crew?
Yeah, you wanna grab a rope and swing onto the other enemy ship?
Hell yeah!
All right.
With like her sword in her teeth.
Let's defy disaster, probably with grace here.
Defy disaster with grace. All right. One second. I'm trying to find it in the list. There it is. Defy disaster. Come on! I clicked the thing. So I get that. Okay. Here we go. Grace.
Downbeat to the left of me. Consequences to the right. Here I am.
It makes me.
All right.
Was that with grace?
What'd you roll with? How many plus?
3 plus 3 plus 1. Yeah. Right down the middle.
Yeah. All right. So your peril goes up by 1 because this is definitely expressing yourself in a shocking way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I think
She's got like little fox ears popping up. And I think at this point she has a tail.
I think boarding party. You see them shout and they start firing at you.
Mm-hmm. Can she land on the enemy ship with that roll and actually just start going to town? Or is not enough roll?
The GM will offer you a hard choice or success with a sacrifice.
Do it.
The success with a sacrifice is you land right in the middle of like a bunch of people that have swords drawn ready to attack you. You're the first one on.
Okay, I've got it. Absolutely hilarious. She lands on the enemy ship, but there's like 4 of them, and they all immediately like pull swords, and they're all pointing at her, and she's just like there with one sword, and she's just like, I haven't even offered you a drink yet, and you're already flirting with me.
Cat surrounded by knives meme, yes?
She's a fox, but yes.
Fox. And they all just like yell, and then one of them blushes.
The question is whether any of them faint from her flirting.
We'll have to resolve that next time.
Because this is a lot of Clavia's ship.
Yeah. Gwen. You were going to fire some cannons? With your devious scheme? Correct? Azure?
Ah, yes.
You're going to fire some cannons at the mast?
Yeah.
Which one, specific?
I'm assuming you're talking about the ship that is turning to shoot at us, yes?
Well, I'm asking which one are you trying to shoot? Are you shooting the one that's trying to shoot at you, or the 2 that are running away?
The one that's trying to shoot at us, because that is the most immediate threat.
All right. Cool. So, let's give a fight roll here. And because of your scheme, you know what the obstacle is here. So if this roll succeeds, it's gonna go over very well.
So what is the roll that I'm making?
You're rolling with fight, so daring or grace?
Ooh, I definitely have to take grace.
Waits for the roll.
Next beat.
Okay.
That's not awful. I have 2 character sheets in a Roll20 room. Like, this is the most clicking I've had to do for in a while. I can't have them both up either, because having up 2 glitches them out.
Now you can have 2 up.
I literally just like, there's a little button in the upper left that you can use to like eject them from the Roll20 window so that they get their own window. And then I place them side by side. I'm just annoyed that I can't do. I have to do them horizontally because for whatever the Roll20 sheets won't go vertical.
Yeah.
All right. So, what choices do you pick for fight?
Choose 2 opponent. Choose 1. I'm gonna say create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction, and take an object from your opponent, or no, seize a superior position. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think as you're shooting this, like there's cannon fire into your ship, and it's hitting the boards, but you have defenses for this, and you have like people very hastily patching up holes that have been fired into the side of the ship, and you also get hit in the shoulder with a bullet. What does that provoke in you getting shot at and getting hit.
Like condition?
Yeah, condition. You take a condition here.
Probably angry.
Okay.
And my feelings will go up. Oh, wait, wrong sheet.
You take the condition angry.
And my feelings go up by 1.
Feelings.
All right. Lucia,
Lucia.
you have a window to break.
Oh no, she's broken. She threw the chamber pot through it. It's broken.
We were going to have a fight roll to see if that goes over well for you or not.
Okay, so you want me to roll fight, I'm guessing. So that is Lucia doing a fight roll. Remember, she is not very fighty.
Hey, you're +1, Darren.
Yeah, that's basically what she's got.
Also, your stats look too low.
It's literally a beginning character.
No, I think you start with more than that.
No. It says very clearly. It's like your options are Daring 1, Grace 0, Heart -1, Wit +1, Spirit 0, or Daring 0, Grace 1, Heart 0, Wit -1, Spirit +1. I went with the first one.
Then add 1 to each of 2 different stats.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I almost forgot that too, Meetha. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I was like, man, my stats are weirdly low. And I'm like, oh.
Okay. Which means I need to do that with both of them, actually.
Yes. Yes. You
Okay.
do.
Done.
Love. Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous.
So we should have a total of
+3.
+3. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous.
Do I follow him from the vapors? I was rolling fight. Or no, did I roll? No, I haven't rolled. Okay.
Yes.
Daring Danica.
Ooh.
That's a failure.
So.
I have so many ideas for how this can go wrong.
You hear the chamber pot bounce against the reinforced windows, bouncing back and not doing anything. You grow very frustrated, and you hear a loud, gruff voice from outside. It's just like, "Princess, are you okay in there?"
Would you be? You have bigger problems. Deal with the bigger problems you have.
I'm gonna need a parlay with a toxic power.
Oh God.
Because this needs to be
boy.
resolved right now.
Okay. Toxic power. And that's spirit, I presume?
Yes. Downbeat. I'm coming in there. Opens the door.
She's hiding behind the bed.
She's hiding behind the bed.
She's hiding behind the bed, but not so that, like, he can't see. He can see her just fine. It's like she's hiding from the window, because it's like there's stuff going on outside. It's just like, there's pirates. I can see them out my window.
It's alright. It's alright, princess. I'll keep you safe.
Please do.
And I think at this moment
Is the door open?
the door is open. You hear a harpoon shoot through the window and latch in.
Okay, so the window is now broken.
Yes.
Okay.
But
And
it is
where
not your.
did the-
That is your turn. So we go to the next turn, which is
okay.
Evan.
All right. Last we left Evan. Evan is in the water and being hugged by an orca.
I would like you to defy disaster, and I also need Hitomi to defy disaster here.
Oh boy.
Okay.
As an
I'm gonna
orca
go-
goes ramming into this ship.
Speed?
Okay.
I would like to charm or social insight my way out of this by gently tapping on the orca and reminding them that I need to breathe.
What is that? What are you trying to roll here?
Heart.
Heart. What is the move?
Oh, defy
Defy
disaster.
disaster.
Got you.
You already said that before.
Sorry, I just, when you said that, I thought you were going to try to use another move. Which, always feel like you can suggest something else, by the way.
No, you're good. There's just 5 options, and I was like, I would like to use this option, and I am doing it because this reason.
Alright, cool, lovely. Well,
Oh, 10, thank goodness.
alright, it's like, oh, right. So sorry. Puts you on its
All right,
back.
you land creatures need that air.
I think it says that. It's like, well,
Excellent.
hold on tight, and puts you on its, like, fin, and you grab it. And,
Hanging on like that little Pokemon on the stingray.
yeah, no, for sure. Oh, you rolled a, you got a 12. You can click off being...
No. I got a 10. I took out the modifier. I just didn't uncheck it, so it still thinks that I have that.
Got you, okay.
I rolled a 6 and a 2 plus 2 for heart, so
Yeah.
the number is correct. I promise. I forgot. I thought canceling it out would. I thought it would only do that for entice. My bad. I know better now.
Cool, no worries. So... The... whale, charges into the ship. Now it's missing a mast, and there's a massive hole in the side of it. Orca-shaped size. And now there's a fire on board.
Is this the frigate or
The ship
the
that
large
Hitomi,
one?
that's fighting, and everybody's like
Actually,
turning to
the one that's fighting, not the one that's running.
yeah.
Because somehow there was a spear that got went through the window of the one that was fleeing. So I'm sort of wondering about that.
There was the tactical fish, fucking Navy SEAL ship. I like no. The fish man is just a Navy SEAL. Like a literal seal.
He's an actual seal.
Yeah.
Arf, arf.
Arf, arf. I like that better than a fish man. Navy SEAL. Just swimming at Mach fucking 10. And that's how they got... Because it's a much smaller boat and a lot easier to progress, so it's naturally faster.
From Navy SEAL to Gavy SEAL.
Mm-hmm.
Just give Evan training, and there you go.
Yeah. And so you're... So yeah, you ride through and duck your head as a massive hole gets put inside of the attacking frigate. Evan. And the hard
Yes.
choice is Hitomi. Are you going to try and hop on the ship with your friend and having to make another expert move? Or are you going to stay on a currently sinking ship?
I think she's going to try and take her first exit to the ship she wants to be on, not this one.
What's the ship she wants to be on?
The big one.
The treasure cruise ship?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is still further from you.
Uh-huh.
Basically, it is attacking ship that's currently sinking, and
Right. And she needs to get off of
and
it.
the pirate ship that are roughly next to each other.
Right.
And then a little bit ahead, there's the little canoe, the little lifeboat that's built for speed, that is being propelled by sea creatures that are currently boarding. And they're a little bit of ways, but it's still catchable. But you probably would need to hop back onto the pirate ship, then onto that ship.
All right, I'm going to do something. I'm going to invoke Big Dyke Energy.
Yes.
Because that's when she takes the bombs out of her pocket. And she pulls them out. They're lit. She drops them, and then she, like, jumps up on their heads and does a dive back for her ship. And she's just like, so long, suckers!
And yes.
What do you want me to roll?
It is Hitomi's turn, right?
Yes. This is Hitomi.
Yeah. That sounds like a...
I was gonna go for daring, just straight up daring, but it's Big Dyke Energy.
It sounds like a fight. Okay, this seems like a fight roll.
Okay.
And then if you, or seize a superior position, gets you back on the ship.
Yeah. By using daring. Do I have any bonuses here?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm gonna level before the session's over.
Let's see.
You probably will. Well, damn.
What goes wrong? It's like I'm trying to do really cool and fun things, but the dice are just like, no, fuck you.
I think you jump off one of them, their arms, and the other one, large orc man, grabs you by the foot, drags you down, and puts a knife up to your throat. It's like, you're not going anywhere.
Okay, better idea. Tackles her with, like, he's got a sword, just like a whole bunch of, like, sword swingy, and, like, her clothing takes damage, but only in such a way that it just makes her look hotter.
You don't have that ability, though. So it won't have any mechanical effects, but it will happen fictionally.
What's the ability on that one?
Rip. I forget exactly.
That's an ability?
Yeah, you don't remember? Rip?
It's not in my list, so...
It's on Scoundrel, I think. Yeah. When you take...
I'm not a scoundrel.
Yeah. It's an ability you could take, if you'd like.
Okay.
For next time.
Yes. She will absolutely take that when she hits 5 XP, which won't take her very long at this rate.
So basically, when you take or narrowly evade a physical blow from something dangerous to you, you may declare that your clothes were damaged or now practically indecent. For the remainder of the scene, you roll a 10+ on any move against an NPC. You may declare that they have a crush on you, up to 1 NPC per roll per subject to your discretion. Additionally, any NPC becomes smitten with you during the range of the scene may mark XP.
Yes!
So mechanically, we cannot do that because you do not have to move.
Right.
But your clothes do rip, and because that's fun.
Yes. I will take it because I have XP, which won't take long.
So far, by my count, Lucia has 3 XP and Hitomi has 2.
Correct.
But yeah, they he puts a knife up to your throat. It's like, you're not going anywhere in the sea. So that's your turn. Gwen, the ship's sinking. You currently have 1 team member on there, and another team member currently riding a feral infernal orca.
Also, there were some bombs that were left on the enemy ship that are lit.
DM, as part of my devious scheme, I would like to produce just the right object.
I think you would need to roll that again.
I thought I already rolled for devious scheme.
I used describe an unexpected weakness of the obstacle to shoot out the mast.
Ah, you know what? That's fair. That's
you rolled
fair.
a 7 and
Let
9,
me
so
see.
you only had 1 point. What is your scheme?
If this is not taking an object, a thing from devious scheme, then it will just be like a straightforward thing.
Well, here's the thing.
Ah,
You can roll devious scheme as your action this turn. Just describe what your plan is.
oh boy. I would like to try and aim one of the harpoons near Hitomi so that she has a quick escape.
That's amazing. That's perfect. And then she can just like crawl on the rope.
Yes.
Or if we get lucky, she could just grab onto it. We could just reel her back in.
All right.
She is a rope monkey, so she'd be very good at that.
Give me a devious plan. It's a devious scheme here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Jesus fucking Christ. They're gonna copyright strike for that.
No.
Because Disney is litigious.
I think you misspelled assholes.
Yes. Do you roll that devious scheme?
Yeah, hang on.
All right.
Ooh, barely. That's
that's
a
all you need. So you produce just the right object. And I would love for you to roll fight for me.
Would you like, can I choose between daring and grace, or?
Yes.
I think it's daring by default.
Oh, well, it says daring or grace. I get to choose.
Yeah. Daring or grace.
Ooh, that's 11.
All right. So, might I suggest you choose create an opportunity for an ally with prowess or distraction?
Oh, so much.
I would also suggest you choose through cutting violence or cutting words, inflicting condition.
I would like to create an opportunity for an ally, Hitomi, through violence or cutting words, inflict a condition on the person holding a knife to her.
Yeah.
And can I? Oh, damn! Flirt with or provoke your opponent. Damn.
Who would you like to flirt with?
I was gonna flirt with Hitomi by hitting one of the looser parts of her clothes with the harpoon.
All right. So here's what happens.
Oh boy.
So you pull out this harpoon, you aim it just right, you shoot it. It goes slightly wrong in the wrong direction, in the right way, spearing the guy straight through the neck and into the side of the board and into the pinning Hitomi's clothing, right above her shoulder, nearly hitting her.
Is she now trapped?
Well, you might have to rip a little bit of your clothing, but you should be fine.
Gwen's not arguing about that.
And you can gain a string on Hitomi.
Excellent.
I like you stand up and ripping a little bit more of your clothing, becoming a slightly more indecent.
She like takes her sword and like cuts off the little bit that's like stuck to the harpoon. It's just like,
Oh boy.
I never. And then she just grabs the rope and starts making her way across.
Yeah.
I love that Gwen is already at 3 feelings.
Yes.
She's just not going to think about how awful that could have gone if the wind had fucked with the harpoon.
My favorite part about it is you framing this like you missed, because you wouldn't have shot that close to Hitomi. That's really dangerous.
Yeah, I was aiming for the guy holding a knife. It just ended up that way because we're sailing the Thirst Sea.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit just to the right place where it barely missed Hitomi, like ripping the shoulder strap of her dress, and now it's hanging down or something, or her outfit.
Beautiful.
It's like it's like almost showing left boob.
Yeah. But still within TOS, we promise. Wink.
Yes. Wink.
All right. That's Hitomi, that's Gwen. We are back to Lucia.
So, when we last left off Lucia, somebody had charged into her room.
Yes.
A spear came through the window, breaking it.
A harpoon, yeah.
And I have a number of questions.
Yeah.
Where is the glass broken? She is hiding behind her bed.
I think so. What you see is a harpoon kind of like breaks through the glass and grabs the ledge. You see a water genasi quickly running up the rope, hitting it with the backside of a weapon, rolling into the room, and then your bodyguard, probably like slamming a hammer into his head, knocking him down. That's what you see.
Okay.
So I'll protect you, princess.
Next question. Did her tradition go up when she hid behind the bed?
What is that? When does your tradition go up?
When she actually does things in keeping with tradition.
Yes, it would go up then.
Okay. That is now at 2. Now, I think what she does is she like grabs like one of her bags is just like the one that that matters the most to her. She grabs it and like runs to this guy. It's just like, I'd rather be anywhere but here. Let's.
Well, see, here's the thing. Your bodyguard is still standing strong as the...
Okay, so she needs to do something to take him out.
Yes.
Okay. Except she's insecure right now. That's the problem.
Well, that's entice. That's not fight.
I know.
Okay. This could also be a moment where you break a commandment.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm actually sort of wishing that I'd taken, Yes, she is definitely going to break a commandment. I think it's just going to be a flat-out fight roll, I'm thinking.
Alright, I'm going to give you +1 forward because he is not expecting this.
Okay. That's gonna be... I think... Okay, this character has a sword. Can I assume that she's at least done a little bit of work to practice with it? So that it's like she's not completely a waif.
I mean, I think, does that work within the lore we've set up?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, then yeah, perfectly.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like, the men are the true soldiers, but, you know, we still must train...
Upbeat.
I also kind of love the concept of you just, like, kicking him in the head with the stilettos that you're supposed to wear. For some ungodly reason in your, like...
Yes. Okay, she's hiding behind...
You also wear fucking stilettos.
She's hiding behind the bed. This water genasi comes in and is, like, going to protect her and is going to fight the guard. And then suddenly the orc guard, there's this really nice emerald stiletto shoe that just clocks him upside the head, and her aim is dead on.
Yeah. Knocking him out cold.
It's just like, I didn't like those guys anyway. And she sort of grabs one bag. It's just like, I hope you're offering a better deal, because I'm not going to be happy about that.
I think the Genasi rubbing their head is like, lady, if you can get, if you got as half-fed a good name as you just demonstrated right here, you'll fit right in. Though, if you want to escape, that can't come with you. It's gonna be too heavy.
What, the sword or the bag?
Bag.
Okay, I think what she does is she grabs like one book from the bag and then takes her two bags. She closes the door and uses the bags to prop the door closed in such a way that they can't open it from the outside.
All right.
And she just has like one book and her sword, and it's like that's what she's escaping
what book does
with.
she grab?
I think she's grabbing her gay romance book.
Blade and Bible.
And it's like got a lovely note signed at the front from Quix.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what commandment is this you crossing off?
At this point, she's crossing off worship your parents as gods.
Amazing. What is she replacing it with?
Oh.
Can you read conviction for me?
Okay, convictions. When you break a commandment and repudiate it forever, you mark its checkbox and mark XP. When a conviction expressing your right and conviction expressing your new beliefs, something that contradicts the commandment. Each time you live up to a conviction despite temptation or cost, reduces temptation by 1, and ask an onlooker if they agree with the conviction. If they say yes, take string on them, and learn what holds them back from living up to it. If anything, if they say no, mark a condition. Convictions should be bold statements that stand in contrast to commandments. Refer to the suggestions for each blank for ideas. In this case, your parents are who protects and cares for you growing up. Done. Now, is there a role here?
So I think the Navy SEAL climbs up. Our little SEAL man comes up and.
By the way, there's a word for like aquatic seal people. It's selkie.
Selkie, yeah. The Selkie comes in and like, where's the jewelry?
It's not in here. It's in the hold.
All right, we're getting you back. And I think
Thank you.
let's have you roll a defy disaster here to see if your barring the door is successful.
Okay. Lucilla Clavius. Defy disaster. Boink. 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 Make speed.
All right. Hard choice or success with the sacrifice.
I mean, she's sacrificing all her stuff already.
Yeah, I think that's just like we need to go, and they just take you in the boat. And
Okay.
I think as soon as you jump off, you look one back and you hear the door burst open, and then you jump.
And they just see her jumping out of the broken window.
Yeah. Woman overboard! They shout. And they've got the princess. Turn back! Turn around! And yeah, you start riding towards the other boat.
A question, TM. How often does she need to take her med?
Interesting question. Probably about once a week.
Okay. So not yet. Okay. Thank you.
Would you have grabbed it or no?
It was in the bags. She just sacrificed it.
All right. Lovely.
Uh-oh. Tension.
Oh no, I'm not doing anything devious. Why do you ask?
Lovely. All right.
Squint.
I believe it is.
Break time.
I mean, we can take a break real quick.
It
if we need
is
to.
break time, DM.
Okay. Let's go on
Let
break.
us take a self-care break, please.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought that's what you were winding up for.
No, but it is a good idea. I've just been
It's-
having tons of fun.
I've been having fun too, but self-care, we'll come back to it after
That's why
a
the
quick
2
break.
hours have just flown by.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not kidding.
Go into break. Bye.
Be right back.
To place the queers, I mean fruit.
Fruits.
Welcome back.
Fruits. And by fruits, I mean queers.
Yes. I need to take care of something 1 second.
Sure.
Alright. Sorry, I need to extricate the, I needed to close my door, which required me to extricate the criminal, I mean Kitty, from my room.
Hebe.
Because he's gonna want to get out very shortly
baby.
after.
Hebe.
Yeesh. So, where were we?
Well,
Ooh.
Lucia Clavius just jumped out of a window, and I think, Hitomi had pulled giant bombs out of her shirt and dropped them on an enemy ship, and then just rode a rope out of there.
Yes.
And yes, they were bombs she pulled out of the front of her shirt, and they were lit immediately.
Sounds about right.
And Hitomi was slowly losing clothes, but just getting hotter in the process.
And gaining tails and ears.
Yes, gaining tails and ears as she does.
Zach. Alright.
And I have
believe
something planned for when she actually goes full feral.
I believe it was, Evan's turn? Evan Redheart?
Yes, and he had convinced the orca to make an orca-sized hole in the boat that was shooting.
Yes.
And apparently Evil Hat liked our post on Blue Sky today.
Ooh, cool.
Neat. Hi, Evil Hat.
I doubt they're watching, but...
I doubt it, but I like to sit here and believe.
I mean, I like to think we're being sufficiently thirsty to represent this game.
I can guarantee that we're being sufficiently thirsty. Can guarantee that.
I mean, I am sufficiently thirsty for this game. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You know what? Fair.
Alright. So, I believe it was Evan's turn. He is currently on the back of an orca.
Yes, and I believe now it is time to try and get back to my ship.
Yes.
May I try to respectfully request of my new large friend to take me back to the ship?
You can certainly ask.
Can you help me get back to that one, the good one? And points at the pirate ship.
Roll and dice.
Oh no, -2.
Animal friends.
Cry.
No, animal friends, why have you abandoned me?
Nope, that's a 6.
But we're having so much fun! Starts riding in the other direction.
Oh no.
Towards the, dives deep under, goes, we're having so much fun! Diving deep into under the ground and,
Water.
deep under the water. Water is like the ground.
It is a
Ocean
flat
ground.
surface.
Exactly. Same difference. Alright.
Make the Mermaid Kingdom the same as the Underdark?
Yes. They are both under and dark, so I see no difference.
Very well.
Forgotten some. Alright. Cool. Big yawn. All right. I would love for God, I don't want to ask you to stagger, but I think I gotta ask you to stagger.
Whomst.
Evan, being dragged underneath
No.
the water.
Oh boy, let's look at my options.
I mean, would you like to propose something else, or do you think that makes sense?
Let's see.
Would you like to propose to the 800-pound orca?
I mean, who knows?
What was the question? Sorry.
Would you like to propose to the 800-pound orca? That's what Meetha said.
Repose?
Propose, as in marriage.
Hmm.
Remember, it's a demon orca. It has
Yes.
horns sticking out the back.
I presume, but the thing is, like, does it have gender pronouns? That's what I want to know.
Whatever would make it gay, so he, him.
or they, them.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about they, them. It's always gay, no matter what it is.
Exactly. Even when you think it's not.
Just makes it gayer.
So I thought the reason Meetha was suggesting propose to the orca was to try and scare it.
Look, if you want to propose to the orc, look, it has all of the qualities of something that you need to ask something out in an interspecies world. It has sentience, it has its own opinions, and it can think for itself. What else do you need?
You know what? This would make an interesting problem later. I think. Oh, I still have to pick a stagger option.
I want to point out for the record that the propose to the orca was a joke.
I'm aware it's a joke, but what if?
But what if it's not?
But what if you just gained a demon orca friend for your pirate crew? Just saying, that would be kind of cool.
Me trying to pick which stagger option is the least problematic for me right now. I don't know what hesitating or stumbling in the acquisition gains an opportunity would mean for me right now.
I mean, I think it would mostly
Any ideas,
mean
DM?
that the orca isn't interested in fighting and starts dragging you further from the fight, and your lifeboat.
And air.
Well, here's the thing. It's not going to drown your character. It just might knock them out. It's a
From
demon,
lack of air?
but it's not a monster.
So it's either get further from the fight or take two conditions. Tempt.
Or lash out at the orca who matters to you. Provoking them to do something foolish or harmful. Take advantage of a string on them, or if you have them.
Oh no, that feels too mean for Evan.
That's fair.
I'm gonna choose the hesitate or stumble option, and he'll just have to try and convince it later.
Yes, you're being dragged away from this fight by an orca.
I mean, I helped take out one ship. That's pretty good.
Yeah, by an orca going underwater for swimming fast for like 2 minutes, and then diving up and jumping up, giving you barely a breath of air as it does like flips and jumps and swims around. as you hold on to its fin and horns with dear life.
The rest of the party, like they're in an episode of Black Sails. I'm over here, like I'm in Free Willy.
Exactly. Let's see. Okay. I believe it is Hitomi's turn.
All right. She skedaddled her way off of the enemy boat on a rope that was provided by a friendly,
Yes.
minus some of her clothes and the 2 bombs that she was hiding in the front of her blouse.
A very friendly, one might even say, a gal pal.
A gal pal who could use a kiss on the cheek, maybe, to say thank you.
Yes, and I think she will.
Could you roll in dice?
Yeah! Sounds gay, I'm in. Entice.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be heart as a default. And that's a failure. She adds another XP.
So what happens here, Gwen? What does she just is she trying to not look disrespectfully and just like hands her a robe or something?
Trying and failing to look respectfully, and then they just get distracted by it's like, oh yeah, we still have 2 boats to chase down.
Hands her a blanket.
Yeah, I like that. It's like here. You lost some of your clothes there. Trying not to stare, trying not to stare. You're just in like a very tight-fitting corset and I don't know, some short shorts at this point.
Pretty much. She's not filling out the top of the blouse as much as she was because that's where the bombs were.
So...
I'm doing my best to channel my inner
chaos demon.
I was going for more like what's the Maharaka girl's name?
From what?
Final Fantasy XIV, the sidekick of Inspector Hildebrand.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Whose one superpower seems to be pulling bombs out of every which where.
Yes.
Just her superpower is pulling bombs out of hammer space.
Well,
all I can remember is an N name, and her last name is Maharaka. Which
worked.
It's a name in and of itself that means tits.
Yes.
Hammer space for titty bombs.
Hammer
Talk about
tits.
chest space.
Exactly. Anyway, she's like, that boat's done. Let's go after the big one.
All right. So instead of doing anything productive towards the fight, you have this flirtatious scene.
Well, in the background, everyone hears 2 bombs go off, and
Yeah?
the ship that she just left sinks into the sea.
Yeah.
And
All
she's
right.
over there getting handed a blanket. It's just like, yeah, don't get too full of yourself, girl.
Gwen,
Yeah.
you've been thoroughly flustered. What do you do?
Oh boy. I was about to say, I think Gwen's still at 3 feelings since no new strings have been gained on her. She's bordering, but
Yeah.
Neishu Makaraka.
Yes.
Anyway,
Anyway. So,
Um,
what does Gwen do?
so let's see. We've sunk one ship, and we're chasing after the other two, and it seems like the boarding party has gotten someone.
Yeah. Someone who looks like they're dressed in a nun outfit. Missing a stiletto.
Is there any way I can help rob the middle ship or fend or like start shooting at the other armored ship?
The other fighting vehicle? You certainly can point a cannon and, with some fight, if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll try and fight.
With you rolling grace here?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's an 8.
Awesome. Choose 2 and they choose 1.
I'm gonna, since it's a cannon thing, I'm gonna go with the bottom 2. Create an opportunity for an ally and seize a superior position.
Okay. Through your cannon fire and the deft sailing of the ship, I think you catch up to it, though there's a ship that's coming right at your flank, the other armored ship, and let's see. I think they're going to I think, yeah, they're just going to inflict a condition on you.
Oh no. My feelings.
And so I think the loud cannon fire is starting to get to you, so you become frightened.
No. My feelings.
And that makes your feelings go up to 4.
My feelings.
Gasp.
Why do you hurt my feelings?
Figure out how she freaks out.
Would you like to wait till next turn to do that?
Yes.
Alright. Lucia.
Oh my! I warned you, that I would use a Southern Belle with her.
I think
Oh
you're
my!
brought aboard the pirate
brought
ship.
aboard a pirate ship.
Take it down below. You hear Esme saying.
And here she is without her medication.
Does she say that out loud, or is this just...
No.
I think Esme stares you down and just like, bring her down below. And they...
Oh no. I'm being sent down to the dungeon.
You try to make a move here? With this? Or...
I can't decide whether or not this is part of a BDSM scene or not.
What makes it part of a BDSM scene?
Let's do a figure out a person here. How about that?
Alright.
This, I'm guessing, she just thinks it's suspiciously similar to one of the scenes from the book she was reading.
Yes! I'm gonna do a figure out a person here. But I'm also doing it by playing the fool, and therefore I am invoking the ability Silly Tourist.
Yes.
When you figure out a person or defy disaster by playing the fool, you may occasionally ask a question from this list, even on a 6-. What would make you laugh? What hidden threat or opportunity am I missing? How are you vulnerable? And she's looking at Esme.
Yeah. Give me this roll.
Okay. And this is...
Is there not legitimate fear in your eyes seeing a dragon? What you...
She's also just completely, like, spurned every part of her life that came before, so... get in line. Fear, get in line.
Okay.
It's just, the question is, what is she more afraid of? Is she more afraid of the fact that she's throwing behind her entire old life? Or is she going to face down a dragon? Which is going to make her more afraid? They're both terrifying.
Yeah.
Upbeat.
All right. So, the hapless silly tourist, what question are you asking there?
Hapless silly tourist. What hidden threat or opportunity am I missing?
Trying to think. That's a hard question to answer. Like, being here brings you danger? You know? Like...
Well, obviously. But so does staying there. From her perspective, both options are dangerous, so the question is, which one should she be more afraid of or less afraid of?
I mean, I think she's being pulled in many directions.
Yes. Yes, she is.
I don't know, do you have any thoughts of what that hidden threat or opportunity you're missing would be? Azure, if you have any ideas, you can chime in too. So I'm struggling with this.
Do I have a what?
Any ideas of what the hidden threat for Lucia could be here? Or what opportunity is she missing?
Well, if there's an opportunity that she might be able to, like, make her own way in the world here, then that's definitely a hidden opportunity.
Okay. So I will answer that question, but get your other questions out too.
Okay. But it was just a question from the list.
Well, yeah, but you rolled a 10+. So you get more. You get the normal figure out a person questions and this.
Yes. Figure out a person questions. Gotcha.
But yeah, as you're kind of thinking about that, we can go back and see if you can talk to Esme.
I sort of feel like she gets locked in the dungeon and Esme comes down to see her and she gets to ask her 2 questions.
Yes. See, the thing is, it's not the traditional dungeon you'd be expecting.
Uh-huh.
There is a lock, but there's a nice bed, there is a lamp, which could create light. There's probably no glass, but iron bars that you could see the water. It's probably something... I like that there's like... This is something you have in your home plan, but there's like magic water crystals that you can turn on and take a shower.
Nice.
You open the drawers and there's various changes of clothes. You know, very standard, nothing that's gonna fit you quite right by any means, but just kind of like average, generic, like t-shirt and pants, you know, type of vibes that will fit in various body sizes.
Sounds good.
And the opportunity here is, what does all this mean? Maybe they're not just trying to sell me. Maybe there's something else here.
That is definitely a good opportunity. I also have the questions.
Yes.
What are your feelings towards me? And what do you hope to get from me?
So narratively, I don't think we can have those questions yet because we need to get rid of this. We need to flee the fight or get first, of some kind.
Sink some boats. Go sink some boats. So Lucia's like out of the picture for the moment. Let's focus on the others.
Yes, you still have a character to play, which is
Yes.
a perk of doing it this way.
Yeah, I still have Crazy Fox Girl,
Yes.
who's about ready to fox out.
With her explosive personality.
Oh, you don't know the half of it yet.
I believe it is Evan's turn. He is also he also is somewhat out of the fight now that I think about it.
He's underwater right now.
Well, he's going from underwater for several minutes to out of water for several minutes and underwater, and basically Orca is doing flips and tricks and doing the zoomies, if you will.
Zoomies!
I mean, Evan would think that is pretty cool. I mean, if not for the whole thing of like, oh, my group is fighting some pirates, he would be way more into it. I mean, he still thinks it's fun as heck.
It is fun. It is very dangerous. Would you like to try to, I don't know. How would you like to redirect this orca to the
Try and survive until he can sweet talk him. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with
There's Nature's Touch. You have that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do.
That could be something interesting here.
I mean, I don't feel like they have any conditions though, and they already have the ability to talk to me.
There's befriend someone very different from you in your trials.
There is. May I use Defy Disaster with Spirit
To do what?
to try and like emotionally connect with this orca and try to be their friend? To try and like thank them for the help and being cool and promise to visit them.
In the sea.
I mean, that feels like emotional support. But you can roll with spirit.
Emotionally support this
I'll
orca.
take it. That's a 12.
Hell yeah. What do you say?
I think Evan will promise to like, I don't know what orca's like, but I'm assuming orca's like chum.
Sharks. I think in this case it's like shrimp.
Large fish. Yeah.
Evan will thank them for their help and promise to call upon them whenever they throw out like a helping of shrimp from the mainland.
You know, you don't see many of us down here. Points, kind of like it's hard. He can't point at the horns, but you know he's talking about them. It's always good to see one of my kind, even if they are a bit tiny.
Judge me by my size.
Sorry, was there a question in there? It was a little loud over here for a moment.
No, you're fine. The orca was basically just like, it's good to meet one of my kind again. There are not many of us, especially in the sea. But I suppose you need to go back to your friends, no?
New large friend. New large friend.
What does Evan say to that? It's like, I think you kind of like implicitly hear behind that question is like, you're kind of done with me, and you need to go back to your real crew. Aren't you? Like you kind of hear that implicit
Evan,
question in the behind.
Evan will promise to try and stay in contact with him.
I'd like that.
I mean, out of character, Evan is a pirate, so Evan will be very close to the sea at all times.
All right, so you can choose. You can choose to take one of those, or take a string.
Oh, the emotional support.
Yes. You can take a string, or you could choose to clear a condition, mark XP, take one forward, or give an insight.
You know what? I'm going to take a string on this orca.
Well, what's the orca's name? My name is
Give me like 5 business days.
5 to 7 business days. All right. Well, you will name this orca. The orca gives you his name, and gently lifts up his tail to put you back on the ship. And I think the rest of and Brist, you okay? Oh my god, are you okay, friend? Pulling you back up onto the ship.
Evan had his own adventure.
Yeah.
I will think of a name. Just give me a few moments.
You're fine.
Clyde the whale.
I heard ride the whale.
Clyde the whale.
Clyde.
Yes.
You know what? That's good. I like that.
Technically, he's an orca, not a whale.
Fair.
Clyde.
Whale, whale, whale. If it isn't Clyde.
Oh, that's so funny. Alright. So, Brist kind of pulls you up onto the ship. He's like, are you alright? Starts checking you for damage. I think you, like, cough up some water. But you're largely fine.
Just the way he slaps him on the back with those giant hands, it's like coughs up seawater.
Yeah. We're gonna get you to the infirmary.
He's just like, yes, I'm fine. I'm just enlisting unexpected help.
Seems pretty effective to me.
Tries to do like that hands on hip pose and be confident look.
He lets that slide. He doesn't have any comment for you.
Oh, if Evan says something like, I have a way with it's like, I have my ways of talking to big strong fellows. Can I make an entice roll?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh wait, I have insecure. This is gonna be great.
I think he says it on accident. And doesn't realize that what that might intend.
That's an 8.
Yeah, we're friends. And he gives you a string.
You know, roommates.
Yeah. Pals.
So I'm guessing they pick get flustered and awkward.
No, they give you a string. Take a string on Brist. It's a large Minotaur man.
Gain a string on them unless they decide instead to choose one.
Yeah.
Roommates.
Yes.
He responds
so I get
friendly.
a string.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna have to like type it out so I spell it correctly.
Okay.
Puts in parentheses roommate.
Yeah.
I love this game.
All right. That leads it into Lucia's turn, I believe, right?
Lucia's
Or-
trapped in a basement. It's the only one that I can play right now is Hitomi.
All right, it's Atomi's turn.
So, I have a question.
Yes.
Did we manage to secure the loot? Because it's like we rescued some damn princess, but it's like, there's like loot. We were here for the loot, man. Also, like, Hitomi wants to, like, bomb the enemy ship. Make it sink.
I think you say that maybe out loud, and Esme, it's just like protecting someone in need of help is not the prize of its own prize.
Yeah,
where I
but
found
also...
you. I would hope you give some respect to those who come aboard the ship afraid. We are still intending to go after the other ship. You're not worried about that.
Orders, Captain.
Yeah, I like how she chastises you a little bit. It's like, focus on the real prize. The loot is important. But nothing like a human life. Or humanoid.
I think she just sort of takes the correction and is just like, orders, Captain?
They seem to be coming at us, so get ready for a full broadside, firing on the broadside, she shouts.
I think she goes for the ropes.
Gonna hop on.
Oh yeah, she's already picking up new bombs.
Would you like to roll fight?
Boy, would I!
Probably with grace. Here, unless you'd like to roll something else. Grace or daring? You have better daring.
Yeah, I'm
still
thinking
fits pretty well.
daring is sort of her shtick. Mixed.
Alright, what are your choices?
I don't really have an opponent to flirt or provoke with yet. It's a boat.
See, I mean, there's lots of people on the ship, but mostly it's men aboard.
Alright, well...
If you would like to pick a random orc man to flirt with, you can do that, but...
But I can also, like, pick all of the guys on the boat and, like... I would like to inflict a condition through violence or cutting words, and the condition is being on fire. Because one of the bombs that she picked up was incendiary, and she lit it and hopped it over to that ship.
Amazing.
So that's the condition, being on fire.
Love.
How does this go wrong? Probably loses more clothes in the process.
Yeah, you definitely need to take rip with your first advancement.
Oh, I'm planning to! It's as soon as I get 2 more XP, which at this rate isn't going to take long.
So,
I mean, you're not wrong.
You, I think in your bomb flinging, one of the ropes kind of snaps and you land on the other enemy ship. And taking a condition.
Whoops.
Okay, so what I think happens is she's using a rope to fling the bomb over there.
Yeah.
And, like, it accidentally gets, like, curled around her ankle, and when she throws bombs over, it kind of hauls her with. And I think you hear somebody on the pirate ship is like, what do you want me to roll?
Oh, you're just taking condition here.
Okay.
You get flung into the ocean. Get all wet again.
Oh, God.
Oh,
This
no.
means she's feral 4.
Yeah. And what condition does that take? I mean, imagine angry.
The thing is, it would ordinarily be a giant ball of orange fur, but the problem is it's wet.
Yeah.
It's very wet, and she does not like this.
I think you have to.
Does that mean she just looks like a flying spaghetti monster?
I have marked angry.
And I think you have to scramble up the side of the enemy ship. And I think they're throwing planks over to like hop over and start boarding.
And I think she's scaling the side of the ship with just her claws at this point,
Yeah.
which at this point are like a half a meter long and are just impaling through the wood side of the ship. So it's just like somebody on the inside just sees these claws slicing through the wood as she climbs up.
Yes.
Because she has gone full fox monster now.
Hell yeah. Gwen.
Gwen is feelings for, and she has some thoughts and fevs.
Yeah. What does that look like?
Gwen has lost her cool, and she is going to start acting rashly.
I mean, she wasn't doing that before.
No, she was trying to be cool about it.
Let's see.
Check some moves. Yeah, I'll just go with a fight as the borders swing over. Goes for some flips and feints.
Lovely. As in the middle of this emotional breakdown,
In the middle
or
of her freak out.
or does that happen after the fight? What do you think?
During.
Okay. What does she say?
I like to think she's just like sword fighting with some of them while like swearing and freaking out of like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Just complete panic and falling apart.
Yeah. You can give anyone present a string on you and gain a string on them.
All of my allies who could see this, so that's
All right.
probably Hitomi, Evan, Burst.
Wrist.
Wrist.
Yeah. So Hitomi gains a string on Gwen.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And then you
Got
also take a string on Hitomi.
Okay.
Gwen.
Gwen rolls an 8.
So you get a string on Wrist and Evan. All right.
Excellent.
And probably Esme.
But she's an NPC.
So is Brist.
I mean, so is Clyde, but
Not for long.
He's getting a character sheet now.
oh boy. So yeah, Gwen will take inflict a condition and seize a superior position, but for herself.
I think.
Oh wait! Oh no!
What?
That's right. She had the fight condition, so her roll would actually be a 6. Or she had frightened. Sorry.
Yes, which puts you minus.
So she did
3.
not get an 8. She got a 6.
All right.
Wonderful.
Hitomi,
Yeah.
you see one of the guards grab Gwen put a knife up through her throat. This seems very common tactic with them. Just like, all you stop her, she gets it. What do you do?
I am at full feral right now.
Yes. Would you like to explain what that means?
So, when the beast hits full feral, they transform. They have a bestial form, which you can assume at will, and you must assume whenever your feral hits 4. When you do, tell everyone what your beast looks like, and roll daring. Now, you, Gwen, and everybody who's on that ship right now, which is mostly like orc church clerics, and priests, see this mass of red fur and giant claws claw its way over the side of the boat and up onto the deck.
One of them's got Gwen. Roll transform for me.
All right, that's going to be a daring.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Come on, there we go. Daring default. That is an
choose
next week.
one.
Okay. Choose one. You move in ways no ordinary person could.
Damn, eyes emoji.
A whole bunch of foxtails disconnect from the main furry mass, and like arrows dart through the crowd of orcs, impaling things in their path as the main Hitomi walks up to Gwen, putting a hand around her shoulder. Time to go.
So this is definitely Big Dyke energy.
Yes, it is.
Very much.
So I would love for you to roll a fight here, too.
Okay, you got it. 1 second. You said fight 2, so fight plus 2?
No, just roll fight.
Okay, just roll fight. That's an upbeat.
So, whenever you roll a plus 10 plus, because of Big Dyke energy, you may choose someone to be impressed or intrigued with you. Once during the scene, when you gain a string on someone, you gain an additional string on someone who else considers you an enemy.
Okay. Is there someone here who now considers her the enemy?
Well, I think Gwen is impressed or intrigued with you.
Gwen is definitely impressed.
Absolutely.
All right. What do you choose? What do you choose for fight?
As I scroll around, choose 3 and your opponent chooses 1. I'm definitely going to, through violence or flood, cutting words, inflict a condition. Here's the thing, her action was like on a whole crowd of enemies.
Yeah.
And the condition in this case is stabbed. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. I'm creating an opportunity for Gwen to escape.
Yes.
And I'm definitely taking a superior position in that I am protecting Gwen from harm.
All right. I think this is a good plate to say the... It's like, all right. All right, pirates. I think an old man wearing all white, holding a staff that has a cross with a orc crucified on it.
Mm-hmm.
Take what you came here for. Just give us back the girl.
No deal.
I'm not going to like what happens. And she does not get where she needs to go.
Neither will you.
I love how it's basically like, no, y'all lost. Y'all don't get to negotiate. We're taking everything.
Yeah, that's basically exactly what's going on here. It's just like, oh, now that we've lost, we want to dictate the terms. And she's like, no, the fuck you don't.
I think Esme... just like... yeah, Esme says that. She's like, you've lost. You do not get to dictate the terms of the deal. Crew, search the hole. All the rest of you men... rest of the men line up against the main mast. They're going to be tied. Anybody that is found will be killed. So I suggest you form an orderly... form yourselves in an orderly fashion. The rest of the men beaded, throw their weapons into this, and get tied to the mast. Brist and Evan probably helped tie that. There's what does Evan do in this situation? Do you like?
What does whom do?
Evan.
What is the situation again?
You won.
You've won. How what do you do as we leave the ship?
I mean, Evan will probably just ask for like some of their like rations or something that can.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Go down to the hold, grab the giant box of gold, and carry it back to the ship. Because right now, Hitomi's taking Gwen back.
Yes. I mean, somebody is definitely doing that. That doesn't need... If you as players don't say that, somebody will.
I know, that's the suggestion.
Yeah, Gwen will go with Hitomi. Like, Gwen is trying to hide the fact that she was, like, crying and falling apart and just not saying anything.
All right.
I have forgotten the pronunciation again, so forgive me. Brist.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Brist, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
Brist, okay. I don't know why, but my brain's having trouble with that combination of letters. Evan will try and head down and, like, get something valuable looking in a crate and take Brist with him to also assist.
Yeah. So you all start hauling the gold over. And I think we jump over to Lucia. What has she been up to this past like hour? You hear lots of bustle going on near you.
She's trapped in a room. I think she's just sort of kind of curled up on a bed and crying, hoping she hasn't like just screwed herself.
You hear it knock.
Hello?
May I come in? Has she
Not a
changed?
whole lot I could do. Change clothes?
Yeah. No.
I mean, I think she's definitely gotten out of the princess dress because I think it was wet.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Just so that she's in some dry clothes.
Yeah, which is like a scratchy woolen shirt and like cotton shirt and some pants. That kind of are big enough to fit you, but you know, not much.
I mean, it's decent.
Yeah.
That's about all she can say for it.
Yes, but I'm asking your permission.
Sure.
She unlocks the door, closes it behind, locks it again. Well, that doesn't really make sense, but
It's just everyone likes to like keep her in a cage. That's just sort of what everybody does.
and you see the dragon captain Esme in your room.
The dread dragon captain.
Yeah, the dread pirate Roberts.
The dread dragon captain.
Yes. She has a bowl of worms, something warm.
Eat soup.
Yeah. Curious if you're hungry.
I haven't eaten in hours. Thank you. She just sort of picks it up and just sort of pours it because it's like, I don't think she's eaten in hours because, of course, all of the chaos has been going on. I don't think anybody ever thought that, like, nobody ever brought her anything to eat. She's been locked in one room and then she was locked in another room. What will you do with me?
That's up to you.
Up to me?
I mean, if you'd like to go back, I can fetch pretty some for you.
Don't really. Go back to being forcibly married to a man that I don't love, don't care about, and have never met.
That's what I thought you'd say. Or I could set you off
One
the
thing.
nearest port. The small bag of gold, and make your way in the world. You can join us.
One thing. I think Esme notices the book that she's left sitting on the table. Does she examine it?
You like to read? Looks at
Oh,
it.
yes. This one's my favorite. She opens up the cover so that the inscription from Kix is it there in the inside cover.
Friend of yours.
The friend I had, the librarian.
Said that she's like a mother to you.
Yes. Considering my own mother, the Queen, was... well, not really what you describe as a mother. More like a... more like a slave driver?
And that's not how we like to do things here.
How do you do things here?
You earn your keep, you get your share. You need something, you get it. You know, I'm not a woman of fantastical means like any kingdom, but knowing where you came from, I don't think you've seen many pleasures.
I existed as a property of others. I can fight.
And I think you'll fit on well here. You fast learner?
Oh, yes.
Excellent.
One condition. I want to leave the old name behind. Anyone and everyone knows the Princess Lucia Letaclavius.
I would suggest
It was
the same
the...
thing.
It's the name of a woman who was a prisoner. I'd like a different name.
Choice is yours.
I think I will use the name Bula.
Lovely name. It's nice to have you aboard too. Extends a hand.
Extends a hand and shakes it. Do I get a room that, like, I don't get locked in?
Well, there's not enough space for everybody to have their own captain's quarters. You'll be sleeping in the hole with the rest of... You have your own hammock. Won't be the most comfortable.
I don't need anything comfortable. And honestly, having other people around would be nice for a change.
And,
I'm too used to being a prisoner in nice and fancy rooms.
Princess, just...
Ooh.
Aren't too shocked. We have, people from all walks of life around here.
I look forward to it.
People that... No. I, for one, am one of them, clearly. But... Well, you despise the hand of a man, you and I are possibly very similar.
I do despise the hand of a man.
You know what a lesbian is?
Such words are not used around the church. They despise such words. Not really.
It's when another woman loves another woman. You see many of those kinds around here. And the opposite of gay men as well. And it may be a bit of a shock to you, but I would expect that you keep it polite. You clear?
Understood.
I'm very protective. Like a family. And one day I hope you would think of me like that as well.
Hang on a second. I am checking her values real quick. Yes, okay. You're one of the last, aren't you?
Of my kind? Certainly the ones that showed openly. There's more of us. They're hiding. But there are very few, yes. That is my true voice. How do you feel about that, Miss Princess of the Dragon Slayers?
Things you don't know. Things that they have tried very carefully to hide. Things that would be of great interest to you.
Such as?
My medication.
Wondering where you're going to ask for that. Produces a bottle.
What does it do?
Don't know.
Why do you have one?
Dear, we raided your ship. Found it in your quarters. Thought you might need it.
They made me take it once every week. do you have what they call a potion mixer, an alchemist who could tell me what it is?
Yes, we do.
I'd like that.
Well, certainly we can go find an expert, but we have those magically inclined on board.
X.
Let's see what they think of it. But for tonight, you get some rest. You need some space. You can stay in here, but starting next night, they wish you to join the rest of the family.
What should I call you?
Well, my name is Esme. You can call me
Esme.
Captain Esme. They will suit.
You got it, Cap.
Kind of tips her hat to you. Pleasure, princess.
She does a little curtsy. Okay.
And
We're at 6 o'clock.
I would like to now go through the relationship worksheet.
Okay.
So,
Let's do it.
So technically, these are supposed to happen at the beginning. But because we didn't have all of the characters together, I thought it would be good to wait a little bit to do that.
Okay.
So, Beast, Hitomi.
Yeah.
So take turns introducing your characters, including their name, pronouns, look, summary, emotional conflict, and any playbook mechanics that shape how others relate to them. Then use the following playbook-specific questions and prompts to propose relationships. This is a collaborative process, and both players must agree on the relationship. When all the PCs have answered the questions, each PC gives 0, 1, or 2 strings to each other PC, depending on how much emotional sway the other character holds with them. So, the Beast. Who most reminds you of a beast?
I don't understand the question.
I'm asking Hitomi this in character. Which of the other PCs reminds you most of the Beast?
The other PCs.
So this can be Hula or any of Basher's 2 characters. This is similar to the relationship questions we did in Monster Hearts, where you're naming an NPC and trying to like encapsulate this relationship.
My guess would be Evan or Bula.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards Bula on that one. Where did these go?
There should be a section on your character sheet called Relationship Questions at the bottom.
Ah, okay.
Who reminds you most of Prey? And it's
Where
why
do
is
I
it
put
Gwen?
the answers?
I feel that's Gwen.
It's gotta be Gwen, especially after that display on the ship.
Yeah. How do you actually, like, it's like the questions are there, but there's no way to, like, answer them or fill them out?
I'm filling it out on a worksheet right now.
Oh, okay.
Who has seen you at your most bestial? I mean, everybody.
Gwen.
But it's Gwen the most right now, yeah. Right.
It's Gwen the most, who actually saw her, like, fully hulked out.
Alright, Nature Witch, Evan. Who sees your potential?
Oof. It's got to be a player character, right?
Yes. Technically.
I could see it being I could see it being Natalie or Hitomi.
Hitomi.
Okay.
You like that, Hitomi?
I'm fine with that.
Alright.
I'm just wondering, should I be filling something out?
No, we're fine.
Okay.
Who thinks you're perfect just the way you are?
Oh,
For Evan.
my guess would be Gwen, because Bula doesn't much care for men at this point.
And who thought they took you on a date when you thought it was just a fun, friendly time?
Oh,
Orca.
Clyde.
Clyde, sure.
Clyde the Orca.
Clyde's the only one I can really pick, because the other three are girls.
All right. Seeker, Bula, who reminds you of home?
Okay.
If there's no PC answer because of the way that we're kind of...
PC answer there.
Esme, maybe, since the whole dragon thing.
See, Bula's an orc, and the whole dragon thing is a bit new to her. But on the other hand, Mom, there's a bit Mom.
Sadly, no, Mom, because this is actually
sorry.
just normal.
Mom, sorry.
No. Y'all, none of y'all are romancing Esme.
No,
Not allowed.
no.
Damn.
Or rather, she's not interested in any of you. You can be a
Not
little awkward
that
teacher for
character.
Esme. What?
I said, or at least not that way.
Yeah.
Cries out of character.
She sees you as her children. No.
Yeah.
So if you want it to be Esme, that could work. Because it doesn't need to be in a pot. It can be like in a negative way. It's a dragon, It's dragons or yeah. I think Esme
It's
makes
closest
sense.
thing I've got, so.
Yeah. Who is the most outrageous of your no companions?
Oh, jeez, that's a toss-up. They're all pretty outrageous. Jeez. Evan?
All right.
Mr. Oil or Orca Summoner?
That was pretty crazy.
That was pretty crazy.
Who is your model for local customs? I thought it would be Gwen, because she's the most approachable.
Yeah, Gwen is probably the closest thing we've got, although that's a real reach.
Yeah. Local customs as in for the area that you've entered. For the, pirate ship.
Yeah, she does seem to be, emblematic of the custom of where she's arrived.
Yeah.
I could see that, yeah, especially since Gwen's trying to be like the face whenever they're docked.
Exactly.
Trickster, Gwen, who has seen a hint of what's behind your mask?
Hitomi.
Yeah. Who has been the worst victim to your trickery? It's probably Bula.
Yeah, it's gotta be Bula.
Who are you the most concerned about?
For my secrets or my safety?
Either of those work.
Ooh. If it's secrets, I want to say Hitomi, but if it's safety, I want to say Bula, just because she's kind of new.
What do you find more interesting?
More attractive?
That's not what I said, but sure.
Oh, well, that's why I repeated it. I was trying to make sure.
I said, what do you find more interesting? as a kind of like avenue to proceed.
You know what? I'll go with secrets Hitomi because like it makes it a more interesting game of back and forth. It's like, oh, I find this person cute and I want to flirt with them, but they know that this confidence is just a facade kind of deal.
Yeah. All right. All right. So.
Also, Mitha, I think your face is frozen like that.
Checks tracking.
All right.
It's moving on my end.
Beast.
Oh, there it goes.
Hitomi.
Beast Hitomi.
How many strings on Evan do you think Evan gets on you?
Oh, jeez.
Didn't come up
One.
once. Okay, one.
You
That's
can have one.
How many strings does Bula get on you?
Oh. They didn't really interact. I will give one.
Okay. And this is, to be fair, I think setting up a little bit of the future too. Like, this can
Okay.
can be for future interactions. You know, this doesn't have to be just what happened on screen. This can be things that will happen.
I'm kind of thinking of it in terms of how much do I kind of want you to have an interaction with me. So it's like, here, have at least one string you can use.
Yeah. And then Gwen, I imagine, is 2.
Yeah.
For Gwen. Gwen, take 2 strings on Hitomi.
2 or 3.
It says up to 2.
Okay. Good to
Evan,
know.
Hitomi. How many strings does Hitomi get on you?
But before I forget, so Gwen got 2 strings on Hitomi, yes?
Yes. And,
All right, good,
And,
yeah.
Evan got 1. And Hitomi got
Evan
1.
gets 1. Okay, ask me the Nature Witch questions.
All right. How many strings does Hitomi get on Evan?
I'd say 2.
Okay.
Okay.
She's probably seen his antics of trying to flirt with Briss.
How many strings does Gwen get?
1.
1. Okay. Clyde gets a string, I imagine.
Yes.
And how many strings does Bula get on Evan?
I'll say 1.
Okay.
Bula. How many strings does Evan get on you?
1.
How many strings does Gwen get on you?
At least 1.
Okay. And how many strings does Hitomi get on Bula?
Is it too weird if I say 2?
No.
Okay.
Trickster. Gwen, how many strings does Hitomi get on Gwen?
2 easily.
2 strings
Okay.
Hitomi gets. How many
Okay.
strings does Bula get on Gwen?
Okay, give me at least 1.
Yeah, 1 for Bula.
How many for Evan?
1.
Alright. And that's all the strings.
All right.
It seems like a good stopping point.
XP for session.
Yes. Do my favorite XP questions. Where are they?
Because that's a thing.
End of session. Each player marks XP if during the session any PC confessed their love. No, I don't think that happened.
No.
Any PC struck a blow against oppression. or de-escalated a violent situation. Yes, so
Mm,
1 XP there.
We definitely struck some blows.
Any
Oh, yeah.
PC leapt into daring with any PC leapt into danger with daring and
Danger.
panache.
Yes.
Yes. And any player uses safety tools such as a check-it card or pallet. I mean, we do have a pallet set up, so what do we think on that one? Do we deserve
And
that?
we didn't really use any tools this time.
No, so 2.
I mean, we took a break.
That's true. We did take a break.
That's true.
If you'd like that to be a point, then take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we
3
get
XP.
3 XP.
And yeah, that's the session.
That is session. And I'm going to go into the Scoundrel playbook.
I bet you are.
And I'm going to pick Rip. And I'm going to check off take a move from another playbook.
Amazing. All right. This seems
You
like...
tell me the moment combat starts.
Yes.
There we go.
That
She took a
sounds
move.
like a good place to stop.
Okay.
Anybody?
Her feral goes down to 1.
If we need raid targets, Mushroom Gob is currently playing Alan Wake 2. Giznizzle is doing an art birthday stream. And Cody Lycan is playing Outer Wilds.
Giznizzle Grumpelmeyer?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's send a raid. They're okay. It is a birthday stream after all.
Yay!
Birthday art stream.
Alright. And we will see you all next time on Monday. Hugs. Love y'all. You all have a wonderful day.
And you can best believe it's going to be just as gay as this session.
Yeah, make sure to
Yeah.
take your meds, do some drugs, get some sleep.
Hydrate.
Hydrate, eat some food. Self-care, y'all. Bye!
Sexual.